Okay, welcome back. I'm Capitosia. Welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. I told you I'd figure it in the end. Inside we go. So we had to turn the thing. I found another. I can move a cart out of the way, slam two railway carts together, found another turning wheel. So that's good. And then, yeah, I thought, So I just wanted to find the hang on, that goes. Haven't been up north on this thing.
I always keep my options open.
Ugh. Numerous wires and pipes run to filthy cages which are filled with what looks like a conglomeration of human bodies. You cannot make out who's in the cage, but bright blue sparks flash intermittently in the darkness while the mass of flesh twitches and shudders. Lovely. Hendricks casts a scrutinizing eye over the cages before withdrawing his weapon and approaches to exterminate what lies inside. Through the metal bars you can see the pile of human bodies, or something that used to be. The monstrosity of deformed bodies have fused together in places, and others were severed using saws and knives, leaving wounds seeping pus and slime. Wounds that are agglutinating and sprouting tendons. Rods connected to wires that run to nearby cogitator bristle across the flesh. One of the humans turns to mercy. Okay, study the mutes closely. You examine the pulsate of the creature in the cage into contains several bodies joined together. You see no sutures or other means separate parts could have been connected among the layers of meat. You discern large knots of muscle and various limbs exposed to bone, parts of face, entire heads. Only warp sorcery is capable. What is this? I begin to have some idea. The Lex mechanic mentioned inhabitants at low levels who have been imprisoned in their homes. He said some of them were brought here. The cultists did something to the poor people in their home. Now they're studying the result. To know the works of dark sorcery, mutilating corruption into oneself. There are warp mutations, no doubt. Perhaps there was a side effect. This is why the Tetris were deconnected censored cogitators. Even former Tetris have rejected the homicide driven by a perverted knowledge for hunger. Why are they hooked up to cogitators? Lingua technis corrupted by the scrap code, I'm sure. It's unlikely we'll be able to extract anything of value from the data crypts. You promised us. Female voice, even though... Who are you talking to? What did they promise you? Who are they? You took us from the inferno. You promised us a reward. I'll be damned, they can still speak. They'll remember the people who did this to them. Perhaps little biomancy will add short fragments out of them, or it will trigger further changes. Esteemed Magos, these are your comrades. If I may ask, you feel any compassion for them, at the very least regret for the losses of the poor people who represent the Adeptus Mechanicus? Negative. What I'm currently observing is not my tech comrades, but merely their biological function remains, fashioned as a specimen of an unnatural perversion of technology. I'm under no direct to feel any affinity for such specimens. There's something that will make them talk. We must use it. It's possible another person refused to make such a choice. We need a situation to help the investigation. Hendricks hesitates for a moment, then closes his eyes, raises one hand, and you're enveloped by an otherworldly chill. The mass of flesh in the cage suddenly rears up. The mutant wrenches open its glued together lips and begins wailing frantically. The shrieking is echoed by a chorus of howls and tortured moans coming from the neighbouring cages. The mutant changes before your eyes. The tumours recede like an ebbing tide, revealing an emaciated female face twisted in agony. The woman grasps for air, stumbles. Liar, you promised to kill me. You promised me deliverance. Every one of you told me to have hope and pain would go. Accept the truth, for that is hope. My only hope is to be free from the pain. Make it. A lump of flesh behind her head shudders out. Smooth, fat tentacles cover her wailing face and drag it into itself. You almost feel the pressure from your ears. But as I says, oh, and that's it. The lamentations of dying people. No, not just how it said about hope sounds like a lie of chaos, which uses to take root in the weak minds. I believe the corrupted Templars repeated the phrase like an echo has been instilled in them. Whatever the cult of the Final Dawn is planning, false hope is a key component of their plan. It's a lead, a small one, but still a lead. Oh, that's that then. You know what bothers me, Rogue Trader? The numbers of people here. There are too few. The lower levels of similar manufactories are inhabited by millions. What happened to the rest of them? I know I won't like the answer. Let's go. We still haven't done what we came here to do.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There's the cogitators. The screen of cogitators showing a scrolling line of repeating Tetnalinga, staring at the obscure symbols gives you a headache. Yep. Open the door. The massive cogitator grows out of the metal bulkheads like a grotesque tumour. A hollow roar sounds from deep within the metal housing. Whatever spurred the computer into action has enough power to supply a small command centre. As soon as your eyes fall upon the cogitator, you feel a tingling in your temple. Every nook, every component of the machine radiates a sense of wrongness, one that's difficult to explain but no less palatable for that, so the construct itself defines the law of physics and perspective. Stop, Sigismund. That's the creation of the arch enemy. Don't get near it. You've done enough for me and my mission. Don't put yourself at risk right now. As soon as Abe takes another step towards the cogitator, it emits a shriek like thousands of metal needles driving through toughened glasses, sensing the stranger. Wincing, Hendricks approaches the control room and bears down towards the screens. Despite the heat clogging the room, you feel an ice-cold breeze. Hendricks using his psycho ability to try and fend off the pernicious effects of the Chaos artifact. The Desires grace not touch this object. The mechanism was not desecrated but born flawed and unnatural. Iron most profane. Initiating observation log. Let not fear stand in the path of knowledge. A minute passes, then another. Watch Hendricks examine the cogitator down, scan the screens. His hand started for sometimes some sacrifices, more and more sacrifices every minute. Heterocoom determinians. The womb of the curse machine is down on the lower level. The auxiliary enumerator controls the system for delivering molten waste under the manufactorum's main building. The cogitator is fueled by the energy harnessed from thousands of people who are flowing beneath our feet as slag waste as we speak. But I can't even imagine the reason for sacrificing all these people. It's inconceivable. Says a follower of the Golden Throne that last time I checked, that's powered by psychers. Yeah. Now we know why the fabricated sensor prized this monster so highly. The cursed Tetpreet and his associates created something that went beyond the limits of the Undersized power. The machine is designed to create a myriad possibilities using warp sorcery. It's almost finished its task. It predicts the future, Sigmund. Hendricks, are you alright? I'll be fine. This Board of Chaos has no place in my world. Hendricks fails to stop you in time, and your blow sends the torn cables whipping out in every direction. Whoop. Hello. Have a look, get up there. That looks good. Scan it. Low dodge, no armor. Do that. Let's put a front line in here. Put back line. Yep. And let's put a rear line. Yep. Do that. So it has toxins, it's burning. This is good. Right. Okay. Keep an eye on it.
But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object to it.
Can you kick it? Okay, gotta hold it. Now then, if you can do that, and do that.
I will do my duty.
My turn. Gonna wander up. I'm gonna hit it. I'm going to use that. Dead. What have you done? Years of work, ages I sacrificed will cover the cost. You destroyed it once fell swoop. I did what any loyal of the servant emperor would. Yes, Sigmund, you acted as the will of the Imperial dictator his humble labour, but it was a mistake to trust that you would see the difference between people like me and people like you. At any rate, rogue trader, the Inquisitor would hear about this in my report.
I always have a backup plan.
I had to! Cannot allow it to survive on my world. No. And I've still got my 3 little derps with me.
Rush not door.
Let's go back, see if we've got our thingy here, see if we've got anything in here. Nope. Oh well. Time to get out of here then. Oh, hello. Shape past your head and you smell smoke and burning and wave a noise, your legs buckle and you hit the metal floor. The same amount of manufacturing so he disappears. No. Shun against the elements, you can barely raise your head. Your eyes sting and burn. No, so I can't look at you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hands in the hall of the primordial truth. I am Earl the Cruel. The souls of my followers return to the fount of power they serve, crying up for to cast my gaze towards this sacrilege. What do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. Oh, where have you taken me? This is a bridge that connects our minds, created by the will of my slave, whose fate you should be envying. The psycho is useful enough to me to be left alive. You left so. What do you want? I look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. The warrior from my legion, the fabricated censor, you think their deaths is a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance on our path. All the other worlds that serve our goals, there are other sources of blast and elementa. Revel in your victory, for it will change nothing. Nonetheless, the blood in your veins whispers the spirits of what you want a closer look. Yes, you descend of the rogue trader whose warrant King Conrad Vorgvir sought to obtain by defying the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Imperium. He was meant to become my servant, a rogue trader who do the work of the truth, but then you interfered. Could it be you wish to gain the true God's favour instead? You wish to present the corpse's relic to me to serve the truth? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? Conquer the wits of pain and straining every muscle in your body. You slowly rise to your feet and straighten and stare at you alone straight in the eye. He smiles, but there's no mirth, only malicious curiosity. It's in your first time many of the deeds of the world bearers. You were there on my Camp Manoris, and so I want to know if you hold in your hands that which is not yours to hold, and you will tell me yourself. You feel the blood start pumping alarmingly in your temple and increasing pace as the wind knocks down for you, but the drumming in your ears quiets, and your heart, which is about to leap into your chest, slows its rhythm. But not anyone who appreciates the value of a pet psyker. I make good use of your watchdogs, my servants get you. He's gone. Oh, that was not easy. Quit dawdling, Hendrix. I can't lose a second road trade in such a ridiculous span of time. Oh, your lordship, you've come to thank the throne. I sense the presence of another psycho. Someone made contact with you mentally and then tried to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You appear at least unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It's Chaos Space Marine. One of the traits of the Imperium. I don't think it was who you touched your mind. I wouldn't have had to go up against a psycho from the ranks of those monsters. He might force some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was through some same hapless medium that he sensed the death of his henchman. I see. We can theorise later, although I would say, Sigmund, these words do not leave much room for interpretation. Indeed not. But whoever said that Chaos were honest? Purify and restore. Right. We'll take that one. Wrong button. Foulstone. Do we have anything we can do with Foulstone now? We just need mechanisms. Okay, Janus. Oh. So, expensive chemical provisions and people. Good profit yeah, I don't really want that. I suppose. Ergonomics. There we go. And Kiva Gamma is already working. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I had a family interruption. Okay, we need something. We got. Okay, what do we have? Adamantine, Promethium. Promethium we don't really need. Plasteel we could do with. Okay, we won't stop here. Adamantium and plasteel we can really do with. Plasteel, that one's already been mined. What about two? We've got a planet that we haven't looked at here. Okay, let's have a good look. 2 plasteel. We've already extracted them. Don't know what is up with my ship here. It's doing all sorts of weird things. Okay. So we've got a planet I didn't explore here. It's unusual. There we go. This is one I didn't do. Not I'm going to get anything, but you never know. Ooh. Prometheum. In a state of wealthy noble. Assault lasgun. Okay, well, we'll take it. You never know. Right, so Prometheum we're bringing in a lot of. Plasteel. Yep, let's begin bringing in more plasteel. More Prometheum. More adamantium. That place is going to be a pretty useful little place for us. Okay, we're going to warp through here. There we go. Lord Captain, Tech Priest have made a sinister discovery on Kiva Gamma. A blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubist Delphim. The mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the war, but also can transmit dissonant melody to no one in particular. But unencrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using the machine instead of astropaths to contact the voices of the war may seem tempting, but this machine is teamed with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with liquefied souls of your subjects. It's hard enough. It has enough for now, but someday it'll have to be refilled. Destroy the heresy. The device was mostly but carefully destroyed. During its death throes, the device emitted noise to drive other mechanisms to madness and ruin, but it was finished and faith to triumph the onside filled the hearts of the righteous. That is what we needed. Mechanisms. Okay, explorers. Profit factor good. Mechanisms is good. Weapons is good. Efficiency is good. Efficiency. Extra profit. Explorers. Complacency and security. Visual of the guard. Security is always good. Profit factor is good. Creon diligence. Additional people. Complacency comes down. Efficiency. Provisions goes up. I think that's the best one we've got for the minute. Decree on diligence. Dragonus. Yeah, I don't want this. The profit factor is nice, but screw it. Alright, we'll do it. Cure for sloth. Chemicals and people. Dogmatic, the Drusians. That one would definitely take. Bowstone. Hello Railway. Complacency. There we go. Visit. World, love world, other world, continental world, and this one produces provisions. Which we are producing a fair amount of, but I think it would be good to start bringing more in. Okay. Cool. Captain, the minds of Feeble 6 are once again in turmoil. At the depth of MD-Zeta, 5 of the overseers have discovered a mountain of mutilated bodies seemingly crushed by the millstones of the milling machines. All dead are convicts. The overseers believe that there is a cult of heretics operating in the ranks of the prisoners, offering human sacrifices. The prison himself claims the atrocity was committed on the orders of the warden to rid his prison of more inconvenient inmates. The warden tried to reason with the raging mob, but was mauled to death instead. His 5 remains found inside one of the cells where the prisoners were being tortured during the investigation of the strange convicts. The overseers have managed to isolate the rebels inside the mine facilities, but an assault would result in high losses of workforce. On the other hand, prisoners are ready to lay down their weapons, cease the violence, and repent of their own trade with any demonstration of compassion towards their plight. Carefully inspecting dead bodies of the convicts, the overseer concluded they had not been killed by a human. No known weapons could have inflicted such wounds. The bodies were demonstrated to the convicts, and the riot died down, and the realization sank into someone their force was behind the murders. The investigation did not need anything to help identify the party behind the murders. But that's good news at least. Blood sports. Gladiatorial. No, killing fields. So we get additional people, it costs us people and provisions, we get phosphate factor chemicals. All allies gain ballistic skill and damage to range. Costs weapons and provisions, we get security, we get additional, we get 4 times as many people, and we get, yeah. Executing the Hollow Railway. Okay, cool. There we go. Suddenly we're gaining money. Okay, can we get up here now? Yeah, we can. We're gonna go here. What I'm also gonna do, because I'm not that stupid. We had real problems with this last time we were here. Okay. Can we sneak past? There we go. The Org crews pick up heavy damage in a void ship among the countless rocks and mass of the iceberg, and although a vessel beyond a doubt, according to the Von Valenci's archives about 170 years ago, the Imperial Navy set up a barrier in its system against pirates and enemies of humanity. Countless prime mines are still scattered among the wreckage. The Voxmaster manages to tune the ship's system to unconventional frequency, and the bridge suddenly fills with chime-like Xeno voices. Drawn out and mournful, they sing in an unknown tongue, but every officer on the bridge can sense that this is a dirge. Answering the call, Yolet jumps to the cogitator, starting the officers on the bridge with a sudden jolt. In hopes of understanding the monkey technology and figuring out how to help her, Kindy Ardari runs in circles around blinking vid screens, but the mysteries of the machine god elude the Xeno. She then turns to Lord Captain Powerless. Yolet is asking the Yellow Talk to help her kin and found the size of the trap spun by Felt. The Ardari warn her. Okay. Logic. The logistic officers led by Miles Townsend Rabbit or to pilot a course for the rescue shuttle with the Dynasty's flagship to the Xeno ship and back. Now all the crew could hope is calculated to correct the Vecnos experience and not let them down. The Xenos did not respond, the incoming sons after several attempts. The shuttle reaches the Xenon ship. The rescue team's report catches the bridge off guard. The vessel subs has been breached by microweapons on the Imperial void ship. There are no survivors. Shooting advice, Yolet closes and clutches the spirit to her stone to her breast. Coming to the Eldar doesn't speak for time with nose of sadness in her voice, carefully picking her way she could see the Antar did all they could to save her kin, and yet it is the monkey responsible for the loss of the Eldari void ship, saddened by the pain and hatred the humans have wrought upon her kind she currently lives with. Sometime later, she comes to Lord Captain Haggard, bestowing him onto the home. She says that she came aboard the monkey vessel and set off in the darkness, hopes of finding her kin, found only corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. Although she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement, the Antarctic still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, she promised the coordinates of her kin's cash. The old Derby cash. Can we make... Are we around here, I wonder? Ah! Luckily, I think we should be okay this time. But we'll see, we're not in a much better spot than we were the last time. May have to reload and come back to this.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
Hey! Okay, my turn now. Deploy that.
Macro cannon, open fire. Keep up the pressure. Land basher, volley. With the force, maneuver.
Good hit. Now, let's have a look.
Engage the engines.
Need to restart the void shield.
That worked. So we've got rid of one, we've got two torpedoes out there, we've busted up a third. Second, sorry, we've got two torpedoes out here. They have got through my shields though. Come on, pop there, stop, 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 thank you. That hit my hull. I need to get my shields back up as soon as I can. Okay. Fortunately, we have two sets of torpedoes out here. Okay. Let's get a good scan on this thing. Should have fired really, but never mind.
Fire at will. Helmsman, take us in.
And deploy another torpedo. Wheel that one round to there.
Let the void sort them out. Torpedoes away.
Here we go. There we go. Okay, they are getting through my shields here. Slightly disturbing. I really need them down this end of me.
There's a breach in our defense.
Okie dokie. Well, they're out of shot there. Swing around.
Launch battery. Fully. Let the boys torpedoes away. Keep up the pressure.
Here we go. Right, torpedoes round here. We've got more than enough torpedoes out. Okay. Hang on, me lads. We're holding on, but only just. It's going to hit my front shields. Oh! Shot down my torpedo. It's not very nice. That's right. Gonna hit me. Well, he's dead next turn. He's in. Right. In comes the next one. Okay. You're just going to hit him. Back up to here.
With the force of supernova.
Pop out some more torpedoes.
Keep up the pressure. Torpedoes away.
Okay, which torpedo is that one there? No, let's go after this thing. You can arc around that way. You can come after this one. My shields are back up. They're down to 4 ships. This is doable. Just about, but it is doable. But the lance right under my backside. That's not very nice. Okay. Well, you can come over here. Okay, we're gonna sail alongside here. dorsal fin. Shield master, reset that. Pull away over here. And give me a torpedo. Any torpedo. There. It's fine. Now then. Right. Okay, that torpedo's going to swing all the way around there. This torpedo's going to come over here. And realistically, we could get it close and just blow this one up. No, we'll hold it there. And you're just going to slam straight into that. Three more ships. Okay. Not sure this is doable now. Don't think we're quite strong enough. But, to be fair, they haven't managed to kill us yet. Okay, got a plan here. That's right, not bothered over that. Bring you all the way around here. Torpedo, you can go that way. Torpedo, you can slam straight into him. Using shadow lance. Holding on, just about. They haven't quite got me. Good. My torpedo's going to go all the way over here. Hit him. Good hit. And we're going to shuffle over here. There we go, now we're going to flip. Of course, we've gone the wrong way. But never mind. We're still in this. Still in it. Nah, we're not, we're fucked. But never mind. Did much better than I thought we would. There, we're going to go back to here. And that's going to be where we're going to leave it. going to leave that there. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere else really we can go at the minute, so yeah, we're going to leave that just first for the moment. So again, thank you very much for your time, and for the minute, I've been Cappadocia, signing off.